Hello again, movie and TV fans. I want to talk about one of my all-time favorite 1940s horror films. And this is from the Val Lewton collection, the producer. The Body Snatcher. And as I always say, please don't confuse this with Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is not anything like that. This is a Robert Louis Stevenson story and stars Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi. The last time they were teamed together. And I'm really excited to show this because this is a brand new Blu-ray release. Now, if you have the Val Lewton collection, folks, it was a previous box set that was out a while ago. I think I'll go get it. Now, prior to this release, this title was only available on this collection, the Val Lewton Horror Collection, a nice box, really good to have at the time. And these are DVDs, and you can see them all lined up there. They have all the titles. And you can see right here, this is the one, The Body Snatcher, double feature with I Walked with a Zombie. This particular DVD, I'm sorry, don't mean to insult anybody who has it, but if you have this disc, throw it away. Because these are two inferior prints, and The Body Snatcher is extra dark and murky, and I always dreamed of a better print coming out, and here it is. Here it is. This is the one, folks. They went back, it looks like, to the original negative. Beautiful quality, beautiful contrast. It sparkles, it pops out. I can't say enough about the transfer here, the print, everything that was used. Let's talk a little bit about the movie. This is a film, as I say, in a series of Val Lewton productions where a lot of the horror elements were off monsters. You didn't really get monsters. Instead, you got some psychological thrillers going on here. Karloff loved making these movies because he didn't want to be thought of as just a monster anymore, and he really gave his all. As a matter of fact, his performance in this film, I believe, may be his all-time best role ever and best performance ever. I know that's sacrilegious because you're talking about bypassing Bride of Frankenstein, the Frankenstein monster, in the original Frankenstein, but Karloff gives it his all and should have got nominated for an Oscar for this. It's a story about Karloff as a grave robber who basically steals from graves to actually supply bodies to a doctor. The doctor is played magnificently by Henry Daniell. And the two of these, I'm not spoiling too much, these men had a past sordid history, and Karloff is still kind of holding it over Henry Daniell's head. Henry Daniell is now a very successful, rich surgeon. And unfortunately, Karloff's character is just a typical pauper and still having to rob graves for a living. And what they went through in their past together is, to me, the highlight of this film. Now, for Bela Lugosi, he's got a really, really tiny role in here. It's a cameo, but it's a strong cameo. And the appearance of Karloff and Lugosi in the one significant scene they have together is easily maybe their best, or one of their very best at any rate, they ever did together. It was a short scene, but it really packs a wallop, and it's really worth seeing. Karloff was coaching Lugosi at the time, helping him act it out, because from all the reports, Lugosi was not very well at the time this film was made, but you'd never know it by watching his professionalism and the way it came off in the final production. A lot I can say about this. It's got a lot of mood, atmosphere. I always say that about a lot of horror films in this era. Mood, atmosphere, psychological drama. It really is strong, and I have to recommend this film to all of you. It was directed by Robert Wise, who's popular for West Side Story and The Sound of Music. You may also know him from The Andromeda Strain and also Star Trek The Motion Picture. He was a very young here, and this is, I think, his first job, or one of his earliest jobs. Please seek this out. The Body Snatcher, Karloff and Lugosi at their gruesome best.